what is the purpose of mindfulness? Maybe what I can do is talk about the definition of mindfulness first, right? And I think some people confuse that with, let's say, for example, meditation or other things. And so I think it will be good to clarify that first. So when we talk about mindfulness, and I'll just look it up right now, I have my computer in front, and the definition, if you Google it, do a quick Google, and it will say, it will give you two definitions. So one is the quality or state of being conscious or aware of something, right? Then the second one is a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment. So I want to share those definitions first, because there are two things that stand out in those two definitions. So one is awareness, and then the second one is present moment. So mindfulness is really a term that is developed very new. In the past, during the times of Buddha, and they don't have that word. There's no word that that describes mindfulness. They just know about meditation, all these things. So mindfulness is a new word that was developed and coined by Americans who went to India, and they started learning about meditation, all this, which was originally from Buddhism, right? And the thing is, in America, the popular religion is actually Christianity. So there's a lot of Christians, there's a lot of Catholics. And so the people who was going to bring meditation to America, they thought, if we bring this new technology, and then we say, oh, this is from religion, then people won't easily accept it. So they thought about this, and so that's why they thought of, okay, why not we call it something else? So the reason why they wanted to do that, because meditation itself is a tool. So this is the difference between meditation and mindfulness. So meditation is a tool to have mindfulness. So mindfulness is that state, right? So that state of awareness, of being in the present moment. And for you to be able to reach that state, that present moment, then you can use meditation or you can use other things. So that is mindfulness. So what is now it's very clear, right? So mindfulness is about being aware of the present moment. So that's basically increasing your awareness to be in the present moment. So what is the purpose? Why do we want to have mindfulness? Or what's the purpose of mindfulness? So the purpose of mindfulness, to me, is really mastery of your mind. Because mindfulness, and I think, how many people are here? So there's a few of you here, 5 of you, and you might be able to relate to this, right? So in any moment of your day, you'll probably be thinking about things, right? So you'll be thinking about, okay, what do I want to eat for lunch, for example? Or maybe you'll think about something that happened yesterday, like, oh, I should have worn that shirt instead of that black ugly one. And your mind keeps going back and forth, traveling, going to the future, going to the past, always traveling back and forth. And it's so noisy, right? So there's a lot of noise inside your head, like, oh no, you should have done that, you should have done this. Oh, do you remember the time when you were small, you were playing with these kids? Like, a lot of memories, you recall a lot of memories. So that's what's happening inside our mind. And so mindfulness brings us back into the present moment. That is very, very powerful. So the reason why we want to bring ourselves to the present moment is because it's very, very simple. If you think about it, the only thing that is real is the present moment. The past is already done. It's finished. You cannot change the past. I haven't heard anyone create a time machine. I think it's only in the movies, but in the real life, there's no time machine for you to take and then go back in the past to change it, right? So there's nothing like that. So you cannot change the past, right? We all agree with that. And then the future isn't happening yet, right? It's not happening yet. So it's not real as well. And so the only thing that is real is actually the present moment. And yet our minds always go to the past, always go to the future. That is the reason why we are not able to work and take action very powerfully, because our mind is always, going back and forth, going back and forth. And so mindfulness, the purpose of mindfulness is really to bring us back into the present moment so that we can hold back our power and take action more powerfully in our life, right? That is the main purpose of mindfulness. And I wanna, like, for those who are here, I mean, if you are gonna be watching this replay as well later on, and meditation is just one way of doing it. If you've done meditation, you probably know how to bring yourself to the present moment. But if you haven't, another exercise that I learned, which is not meditation, is when we can feel our body. That's also an exercise for mindfulness. I went and attended this like group gathering, and they were talking about mindfulness, and there was this very simple exercise that I still remember up to now, wherein everyone who's listening, you can follow along. You just spread your arms like this, right? Like this. Can you see that? And then, as fast as you can, I want you to bring both of your hands together. It's like clapping, right? So from here, as fast as you can, you do this. Okay, let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. And then I want you to notice and feel, what's happening on your hands. I want you to feel what's happening in your hands. And then you will feel that, there's this tingling feeling. There's a bit of, heat as well. And so it's a very simple exercise that brings you back to the present moment and make you sense your body, specifically your hands. Of course, don't do that all over your body, right? It's going to be painful. But that's a very simple exercise that you can do, is to take notice of what's happening. And another way of, practicing mindfulness is, for example, when you are showering. I love doing this when I shower, and then I just feel the water, touching my body and my skin, if it's cold water or hot water. But I just enjoy each and every second, every moment of that feeling. And that's also, being very mindful. And a lot of times, people associate, mindfulness or being mindful to slowing down. And the reason why they associate mindfulness to slowing down, because when we slow down, then we notice more things. We're not rushing. We're not kind of like being in automatic. And mindfulness is really a very, very important practice, if I can say. It's a very important practice nowadays because a lot of people are already very, very distracted. A lot of people are, just running on automatic. Like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then it's like, check, 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 check. And people don't slow down anymore and feel the present moment. And so mindfulness is very, very important. So later on, I think if there are more questions about mindfulness, then I'll share my personal experience. And as promised, I will share another program that totally changed my life. I think earlier I shared that one of the programs that changed my life is Money in You. And then there are other 3 programs. So I will share one program that is related to mindfulness as well. So I hope I've answered that purpose of mindfulness. Basically, the purpose of mindfulness is to really just bring us to the present moment so that we can, act powerfully and not our minds jumping around here and there.
Oh, hey there. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember to click the bell button so you get updated of the new videos. See you in the next one.